the quality of your life is going to directly hinge on the quality of your mind and how you use your mind. See, this is one of the things that separates humans the most from animals, is that animals live a very physical, embodied existence, whereas us humans, the most important things we do is how we use our minds. This is both our greatest strength and our greatest weakness. We can get trapped in our minds and completely lost to the point where we become suicidal in the worst case scenario, or even start going insane, mentally unstable. Or we can develop a sharp, clear mind and learn to use it effectively to learn lessons about life and to master life and to construct the kind of life that we want. And it all depends on how you use your mind. See, for animals, it's not so important. But for humans, it's very important. And we're living in a society where in our society, the people who earn the most money and are the most successful in our society, they are not manual laborers. They are not construction workers. They are the deep thinkers. They are the strategists. They are the political leaders. They are the visionaries, the inventors, the creators. This is all coming from the mind. See? So whatever you do in your life, master your mind. And most of the traps that I was talking about are going to be traps of your own mind. See, your greatest enemy is not out there somewhere. It's not somebody else. It's yourself. And that's one of the biggest lessons that you need to understand really early to learn in life, is that there's nobody out there to blame for what's happening in your life. If you want to ace life, you need to take responsibility and ownership for your own mind and how you're using your mind, and to start to notice that by introspecting, you can see how your own mind is contributing to the kind of results that you're getting in your life. And so if there's something in your life that you're not happy with, you're not getting the kind of emotions you want, the kind of love you want, the kind of material success you want, rather than blaming somebody or creating a story, an ideology about how you're being victimized or how life is unfair and so forth, always, especially when it's difficult, especially when you want to blame somebody else, especially when you feel victimized, especially when you feel like you've been wronged, turn even deeper within and ask yourself, how can I take ownership over this situation? And how is my mind playing a part in these results that I'm getting? That's going to be your ticket out. See, you can either be blaming others, or you can take ownership and then look for a way to change the situation. And I recommend you take that second option. Now, the trick is that the mind oftentimes doesn't want to look inwards. It likes to project outwards. And another trick is that reality is such a weird and twisted thing that it seems as though we're in a physical, material, tangible world here, where there are tangible facts. You can knock on a wall, it's made out of solid concrete or whatever, and that's just a fact. You can't do anything about it, and there are many such facts in the world, and we have to kind of deal with this, and that the world, it seems like the world is accosting you from the outside. Stuff is happening to you, and then you're just sort of forced to juggle the balls as best as you can. This is in fact an illusion. And one of the most important things you got to understand about life is that your mind is projecting and creating reality. It is not simply that there is a reality and you were born into it. No, your mind is interwoven with physical reality itself in such a way that your thoughts and emotions and your belief system and your ideology and all of this, it's all creating the kind of reality that you see out there. There's many layers to it, okay? So right now, you may not understand how you're creating a wall or how you're creating a house or a tree, these physical objects. And for most people, they have no idea how they're creating it, and they never will, because they're at a level of consciousness where they can't access that. But there actually are levels of consciousness where you can start to become conscious of how you're even manifesting physical objects, let alone various problems in your life and so forth. Now, of course, now we're getting into some complex territory, getting ahead of ourselves here, but just understand that your mind is interwoven with physical reality itself. You don't know exactly how that works yet. It's a complex process. It's not so simple. It doesn't just simplistically mean that, oh, well, I can just think $1 million and here it is. It's not that simple. It's a lot more complicated than that. But your mind is intertwined with physical reality. And so the world you see is not just a world that existed before you and that now you're inside of it, but rather your mind is playing an active, creative role, not just in how your personal life unfolds, but if we're getting to that sort of kernel of the operating system, if we want to go really deep, your mind is generating reality.